So, okay, that's it. I basically thought that we could have what I call an AMA this time, to just to say that any questions you have, you can ask me today, and I have Erling on the here also. Rainer is busy; he's traveling. He may show up later on, and I think Christopher was not able to show up, so we have a few that have reported that they won't be here. But we'll do our best to answer. So, Scott, we already answered some of your questions about getting to the place, and you have to rent a car to get around. And I'll help you to get to the nearest center and buy the food and stuff like that.
Excellent. I will be in touch in the coming weeks, and I appreciate you helping guide us through the process, Fred, because I'm sure I'll have a lot of questions. So,
Yeah, and if you had a list of things you want to do, and I think that you have seen that on my page here on this field trip, we have tried to put out an agenda. Actually, this is the first kind of sign up form that I made. It's just this is actually the cafeteria in Ålen. And this is just to meet, and we plan to use this because we can be quite a number of people. But if we fill up this cafeteria with, I don't know, too many, then I guess they would like to know that we're going to invade you with 20 or 50 people. So I'm asking you to kind of add your name. Oh, wow, I've had
there we
some
are.
names. There they are. Oh,
I knew that would make you happy, Fred.
that makes me happy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So,
Well, you
so
asked me to do it, and I figured I wanted to make sure that our air travel was committed. So,
yeah, yeah, I understand that. So this is just a nice place. We can sit there, meet, and the plan we have is to kind of prepare some papers, basically some maps and some guidelines and stuff like that. So we'll hand that out. And it's also a nice place to meet the other people that are going to attend to this field trip. And once again, it's a field trip. Megan, you may read this page. So if you have any questions, just stop me and ask. And this program for the week is now kind of adjusted a little bit for you, Scott.
oh, thank you. Okay. I noticed
Yeah,
that the sign up forms for the other things are not they're not live yet. Is that
no, not live yet. And
okay?
and I'm going to put a little price tag on it. I'm basically hoping to put like cost price and then a little bit extra if you're not a member. But
That's only
it's not much.
that's only fair, sure.
Yeah. So and this first one is actually a little bit of adjustment for you that I think we can have a campfire gathering even on the first Saturday night. That would be nice. And once again, it's easier that we get some food and prepare the food, and you basically just pay for the food. And if you're not a member, a little bit more, not much. And then we see we can get some local people, and you get to talk to them, and you get to talk to the team, and it's a nice setting. So
That's great.
yeah, so that's a Saturday basically. Meet at this cafeteria, and then later at night um, go out and have fun. Okay. Sunday we are planning to do a group planning, and this is also for those who wants to help us to go to the mountaintop and put out equipment. If we should talk more, Scott, about like if you want to have some tests or experiments or anything you want to do, then maybe that could be part of that group planning actually, because maybe you would like to send some people in that direction and do something. Then we could do that planning during the Sunday morning. And yeah,
That sounds great.
yeah.
That sounds great. Yeah, I think I mentioned before. I'm going to be here to learn, and I just have a couple ideas of things that we might want to try. And
Hmm.
but I am so impressed by your organization and your commitment, and I want to learn about your techniques and how you organize everything.
Mhm.
It's just you're such an inspiration to me.
Mm.
So
Well, we don't have enough time yet. It's still volunteer work, so it's like only on my afternoon and whatever people can help. Um, yeah. So, and I'm hoping. I think Erling has already signed up for being the tour guide on the guided tour. So now I'm going to push him, remind him about planning this activity. And when I say that this you pay for this too, it's like $5 or something like that, just a small amount, $5 or $10, just because there's not much expense on this one. But it's like if you sign up and you pay a $5, then you show up. I
right.
just want to see who's going to be there. Yeah, because if it's
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, about the organizing. I can do the touring,
Mhm.
but we have to organize cars
People.
and who is sitting in the cars
Mhm.
and so on.
So when
So
we have the sign up here, we basically have uh, we can limit the number, and those who come, they do have to have a car, and that could also be on the form that you need to get around yourself this time. We don't have buses or anything like that. Mm.
and fill up the cars with many people because we don't have place for all the cars.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, that's actually a problem because it's a small road and you can't necessarily, there's not like a parking lot all the
No.
places. So it should be a limited number of cars. Yeah.
Yep.
So, but we
If you
have, yeah.
if you don't mind me asking about that tour, as we go to the locations
Hmm.
where there have been sightings, will there be witnesses there expecting us that we might be able to talk to on that tour? Or
I don't think on
No.
that tour, right?
okay,
Normally not.
Mm.
okay,
So,
And not all of the witnesses is alive either. So
mhm, mhm.
what I have done before is that I stop on the different locations and explain and telling and how the sighting was and so on.
Mhm. We do have this Norwegian movie, and you can actually go to this project observations, and this is actually a YouTube, but uh, of and commercial because it's on my other account. Anyway, let me get through that. I don't have the patience, but this is a Norwegian movie and made not so long ago. Let me see. This is 3 years ago, and you actually get to see a number of the people and some of the locations, but it's in Norwegian. So let me see. But you see where you can click on it.
great, okay,
Yeah. So, but some of these people, like Jan Moen and some of the others, we hope to get them to the campfire gatherings.
oh, that's great.
Yeah. Let me see here. See, here they are talking, and I don't even know if you can translate this to. I've been trying to get hold of the creator of this one to see if we could translate it, because this is actually quite a good one, going through all the places and what they have seen. Yeah. Okay.
Excellent.
So, yeah. So let's see. Okay. So basically, when we have the guided tour, we'll start by the information board about here and we'll take some drive and stop on the different places and explain what has been observed. And I think, let me go back to this one. Um, yeah, but you will have a list of the places where we're going before you sign up. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah. Then we have basically Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we'll have what I call the group work. Still some more work. We have some equipment that we are working on. Another guided tour because it's limited the number of people each time. And then we have the group deployment day, as I call it, because and this is basically now you can help us to carry out the equipment and put it on the mountaintops, stuff like that. Some of the trips are just, let me see if I have that on the, is that on the, no, I think it's on the same page here. Let me see. Yeah, you have this little yellow line here, kind of indicating how far up you have to walk. So this is like 30, 40 minutes. Now this is half an hour, 45 minutes, an hour, 2 hours. I don't know. I don't know if we're going to go to all of these places, but that's what
And
we're
those are
going to.
places where you plan to put new equipment?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
And I still don't know if we're going to have enough money to buy all that equipment because we don't really have that much money. $5,000 right now, and that's not enough. So I'm trying to see if I can collect more money though, because that's what Rainer. I can show you what he's been doing now. He's been working on getting some batteries and getting a solar panel and making this little box work so we can have the sensors and put it into this box. So he is basically testing this with a solar panel and a watertight box, so we can put this out and it can stay there basically for the whole year. That's the goal.
That's great.
Yeah, and I am questioning his use of batteries, and maybe I'm wrong, maybe he's right. I don't know, but I'm trying to find the right batteries, and I'm thinking also some solar panels that you can fold together so it's easy to carry and then fold them out when you come to the mountain because you're going to carry it for an hour or two. So yeah, we have to think. Some of these are more expensive, but they are safer for the environment, and that's kind of important. But they're all going to be good. As you see, I've been thinking about like, could we make something and put it into it like that? I'm just asking ChatGPT, and it's totally wrong the way it's drawing it. But the concept would be that if we could have something that you put it on, tripod or whatever, some legs, then it could actually stay over the snow, because on the mountaintops there's not going to be a lot of snow because it blows away. So, but this is just thoughts for now. But this is what we are hoping to kind of collect and soon buy and then assemble on this day, on this group deployment day, carry it out. And then I'm planning on a pizza and perspective. I thought it would be kind of nice to also kind of meet and talk and discuss and have a few presentations. So, and this is the same again. I'm not going to charge you more than the pizza, and if you're not a member, a little bit more. That's it. But once again, this is then probably going to be down in Orlen, and you have to go down there to get some food anyway, buy some food. But that day you can go shop, and then you just go to this meeting, and we meet. Okay, I'll stop a little bit. Any questions? Megan, are you actually planning to come?
Yes, I mean, if you all and the group are happy to have me, for everybody. I've just introduced myself to Fred today. I'm a writer and author, and I've just finished writing a book about darkness. And my next book, I'm hoping to write about mysteries and the unexplained. So I'm hoping to come with you all and experience with you and see how you're researching. Potentially to write about it, but I wouldn't want to come along if you weren't comfortable having a writer there. So I'm here checking in to see about that and to see if it'd be cool if I come along, because I'm a UFO experiencer myself, and I'm really interested in the unexplained. So
Hmm.
if you're happy to have me, I would love to come.
Yeah, I think most of us, and I think none of the people here would mind at all. Would just be happy about it. I mean, last year we had some cards for the conference that would say, had the red note on it to say, "I don't talk to me, don't take pictures of me." But this time it's not a conference. We're just getting together. So you will meet the people and talk to them. And if they say, no, 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 don't put my name anywhere, you can just talk to them and see. Um, I know some other people that have said they would like to come, and I know some of them are a little bit hesitant about being public. Uh, but you
That's
will
fair.
meet them. You will meet them. I know that at least the one I'm thinking about have some very interesting stories, and I'm pretty sure that they would like to tell you about it. But how public they want to be, you will find out anyway. But
Sure.
yeah.
Of course. And I would never ever write about anybody that didn't want to
Mm.
be mentioned. So that's, my ethical line. But yeah, I mean, I
Mhm.
just also out of personal interest is more than anything. I'd love to join you. So I
Yeah,
live in
yeah,
the UK, so it's not a
yeah.
difficult trip for me.
So let me stop presenting a little bit so we can see you a little bit better. And I was hoping, because you did so well now, you said you're an author and you would like to be there, and you're welcome.
Thank you.
Maybe we could take a short little round and say, who are we? I mean, Scott is also, you're coming with 4 or 5 people. Scott, who are you?
Yes, I am a writer and a producer and a director, and I have kind of a proponent of the hypothesis that our atmosphere is a habitat for a wide range of organisms. It's a fluid habitat, kind of like the oceans, but it's relatively unexplored. And I think there's kind of a mental barricade there where people don't think of the atmosphere. We move through it. We don't think about it as being a fluid habitat, but there's vast resources of water and gases and materials moving through the atmosphere. And I think a lot of what people call UFOs seem to resemble marine organisms. So I've done some field research. Megan, if you want, you can put your email in the chat. I can send you a link to some of the stuff that I've done. But I've had some good success doing some field studies of some places where unexplained luminous phenomena are regularly observed. And I think it's a promising avenue for further study. The nice thing about it is that there are uh, specific techniques, specific avenues that we can follow to further study. And I want to come to Hessdalen to learn from what Project Hessdalen has done. As I mentioned, you folks are an inspiration. You've been keeping at it so long. It's tough to do the field study. So I want to learn what's going on, what techniques work, and possibly adapt that into a system where we can go to other locations and try some of the same techniques. As many of you may be familiar, there are places all around the world where people regularly see unexplained lights. And if you look at some of these places, they seem to have certain things in common in terms of being habitats. There are like crevices in the ground, there's water, there's places where things moving through the atmosphere might come down and hide. So that's I'm coming to just observe, but we're going to be bringing a camera crew and possibly filming folks for a potential documentary. And hopefully we get to see get some new footage of the lights because we're very excited. So I'm curious, Fred, can you fill us in on has there been any recent sightings, any recent activity?
Well, I should have had another member because he's always up there and he is always sending me messages, short messages saying that he was there and he saw something and I want to know more. But so I'm hoping that he will be there. He's not here now, but there are activities. I haven't had many reports, but as I said, when he's up there, he's always giving me that, yeah, there was a couple flying over my head now.
Oh,
So
that's great.
I'm
Great.
pretty sure there's activity. Yeah. But he's the one that I talked about him before. He goes up there, he goes straight to bed in the middle of the day, and then he wakes up late at night and stays up all night. so yeah, that's what we experienced on the last conference. That it was a heavy program because we had lectures all day and people stayed up until 3 and 4 at night. Yeah. Erling, I would also like you to have just to give a few words. And Megan hasn't met you, I think. So just like if everybody could have like 1 minute, say who you are, or half a minute or something. Erling, you have a question, or
Okay.
yeah,
Well, I was my question to Scott
yeah.
if he will bring some specific cameras which is high sensitive for lights, etc. Because we have sometimes used very strong light intensifier which you can look at, and it turned out that some of the phenomena which we are too weak to see with your eyes can be seen in this equipment. So just if you have access to bring such a camera, that would be great.
That's a great idea. We're still finalizing exactly what equipment we're going to bring. We're working at possibly getting some form of a coronagraph, and I will basically what it does is it blots out the sun. A lot of times people see UFO sightings when lighting conditions are extreme, like near sunset or near sunrise. And some people think that's because the light of the sun is intense and it reveals what's in the atmosphere, but the sun itself is hidden. So it doesn't wash out, it doesn't obliterate the view. So people have created, they've used even simple forms of what they call a coronagraph, which blots out the body of the sun, but the light of the sun will reveal things in the atmosphere. So I will send you a couple links. I'll put them in the chat, and you folks can review them at your leisure. So we're going to try and rig up something, some kind of rudimentary coronagraph where we can actually look. It's like you're focusing. If if you look through a microscope and you focus through a drop of water, there's different levels in the water where you may or may not see things depending on your focal length. And so we're thinking that's what happens in the atmosphere. You can focus up through the atmosphere and there may be different things moving. But we're just trying to see what's there, but maybe it might not be visible to our limited human vision.
Okay. Your second question, Fred, I should have a short presentation, which everyone should do. Well, my name is Erling Strand, and I was one of the founders of Project Hessdalen in 1983, and I've been running this since that time, and I've been head of the whole thing for a lot of activity until I gave the stick to Fred a couple of years ago, and now he's running the whole thing. So I've been to several expeditions in Hessdalen, of course, and also other parts of the world. Been to expeditions in States, Mexico, Australia. So yeah.
And Robin, you're not going to meet Robin, Scott, because he's going to be there the last part of the week. Can you?
Oh, God.
What are you doing, Robin? Tell us.
Yes, my name is Robin, and I'm researching UAPs in southern Norway, basically in Telemark, Agder area. I am almost out in the field as soon as it's flying condition for my drones, and I'm working with this UAP theme topic almost daily, reading books and focusing on finding or take the facts from fiction, because it's a lot of different things out there on internet. I primarily use my drones, but I also use Geiger counters, tri-field meters, and also I've ordered some new equipment that I'm going to use. So I'm very looking forward to go to Hessdalen also, because I'm now working around something I'm very sure it's a kind of hotspot for this phenomenon, and Hessdalen is also a hotspot. So I'm very looking forward to see if I can share experiences with you guys and see if I also can catch something myself.
Mm-hmm. And we have the public drive with observations, and we have some of your videos out there, because it's kind of interesting when you send the videos and then you see some lights just passing over. So
oh yeah, they are everywhere.
yeah, so it's really interesting that you will put your drone up in Hessdalen, and you know how to look for them, because
I
maybe.
just want to tell a little story about my last research because I did an experiment.
Mm-hmm.
I have triangulized this mountaintop, and inside this triangle, there's activity. From my research and from what I have documented, that's what I have found out from my data. And there's a place where these small, it's very hard. I wish someone could help me to figure out size on videos. So
Mm-hmm.
if someone is very good at videos, say that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And these orbs come out and in of the mountain in this area, and I went there a couple of weeks now, 3 weeks ago, from 1100 meters to 650 meters above sea level, and a lot of people there because it's a well-known Norwegian mountain.
Mm-hmm.
So it's visited by 100,000 people walking on this path.
Mm-hmm.
And on top, no, around where is a lot of people, no activity at all. I used my Geiger counter, but it was no unusual tops or downs. And then I went down the mountain where I usually go when there's a snow because the road is very close. And then I captured three times on 3 videos, captured these UAPs around, flying around, far away from people.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also I found very interesting documentation that they
And
keep away
yeah,
from a lot of people.
yeah,
They do seem to keep away from people, don't they?
yeah.
Mhm.
And it's funny because in my experience, when you go out to observe things and something appears, people go, "Oh, look!" and they get real loud, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
and a lot of times it causes whatever they may be to disappear. You know, they.
Yeah.
Uh,
So
Yeah.
I would, maybe I've said it before, but I would really like if you could upload or show some of the information you have on the Discord, because we have a couple of people on the Discord that are really discussing all the technical details. So maybe they could even answer how you can do the calculation and stuff like that. So have a look out for the discussions that are on this Discord.
so, Robin, you are a licensed drone pilot.
Yes, I used to drones primarily.
Okay, one of our crew member is Andy is he's getting his Norwegian drone license. He's a licensed pilot here in the U.S., but he needs to get his pass his test and for his Norwegian license. So he's going to be bringing his drone too. Because to me, it's frustrating sometimes when it seems when you observe something, there's something far away, and it'd be nice to send something right to where we're observing something to look at it.
Yeah, that's what I'm very skeptical about many of these videos online. When you see stationary UAPs and they say it's 100% chance every time we do this research that it will appear, but no one taking up an aircraft to send up a drone to do more research or do it from another angle when it's 100% chance that you'll capture it. There is some groups on YouTube that say so.
Yeah.
And first of all, many of these observations happening in the sky. So for me, it's also very logical that then we also maybe need to go up a little bit in the sky too.
This is great to hear because that's one of my goals is when people see these things and it's like, I want to get a closer look and see what we're actually, what we're actually looking at. So seeing them from a distance is fine, but I want to actually get a good look.
Yeah, and then many of these things, actually think you can get a good look because it's something. I think it's something around this kind of UPs that distorts lights, and it's some kind. I don't know. My theory is it's some kind of propulsion system. So anything that make this kind of lightning illumination that makes it like blend and it's something mysterious happening, and that's why it's called UAP. So
This is actually what Eamon Hansbrough was talking about on the conference last year. That he's saying that it looks fuzzy because it distorts the space time around it, and he was showing some videos of some UFOs crossing some fields, and you see the lines, and when it's like it's warping the line. You could see that it was warping the line. So then his theory about that it's fuzzy because it distorts the time space is kind of like demonstrated by this video. So that was kind of interesting. Yes.
I have one picture when I was after I film my crop videos. I zoom in. I do work on the videos to find and zoom and find different if I can see anything from these lights. And I have one picture when I think I captured this thing coming out from this kind of illuminated light. That's
you could prepare some pictures for the pizza and perspective, so we could see some of your things up there in Hessdalen.
Yeah, of course.
Yes, that would be nice. Oh, yeah. Are you going to be there for the pizza and perspective? Oh, damn it. I have to find out. Anyway, let's move to Eirik. Do you know, Eirik, if you are coming or not? Or
no, I'm not sure.
Not sure, yeah.
Not sure, because I have a lot of things to do. So
yeah,
I want to go because I was there in September last year.
Yeah.
So I was in Hessdalen the first time, 1982. So I've been there very early, and I've seen things in Hessdalen too. And I have had I'm in Sweden. I have had close contact in Sweden, 92 and 93. So I saw it was an object, and it stand about up in the air about maybe 150, 200 meters from me. And I wasn't alone. It was my fiance and a friend of us was looking at it.
And this was actually on the parking lot where these information board are now, isn't it?
No, yes, the first time I saw something in Hessdalen was up there.
Yeah, up there.
And, where we can't go anymore. Because the farmer don't like that.
Oh, yeah, on that side. Okay.
And I was standing there, and I said, so an aluminium like object, round object. I can't see. I can't say how big it was, but we were looking at it for 10 minutes. It stood still, and I had a zoom. Let's say.
Objective
yes,
camera
60 times, and it was standing all still, and after 10 minutes it started to go around its own axle. Started to go around like it looked good around its own axle, and then it goes behind the mountain, down by the mountain.
So Megan, you should email Erik. It's erik@hessdalen.org and tell him you have to come, because he has
Please come, Erik.
he has so many stories to tell.
Amazing. If not, I will come to you and we'll have a chat.
Yeah. I'm thinking about Matthias next to you under my screen here. If we can get some words from him, he's actually have a haircut now. I see. Right? Yeah. Okay. You're muted, so you have to. If you no, still muted. There you are.
You see, I have a haircut.
Yeah, I think so. So do I.
So yes, my name is Matthias Tømmervold. I come from Trondheim in Norway, and I'm a social anthropologist. That's my background, and I'm planning to do an expedition in Hessdalen. So I'm going to stay outside for 3 months, living outside there in a we'll see, in a tent or in a lavvo, or so that's my plan. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. If it will be this winter or the next winter, it depends on. It depends if I get support. It depends on my situation with work. Yeah, but that's the plan, to have a bigger expedition, to stay outside for 3 months and to experience the light and to tell the stories, but also use camera and yeah. So that is my plan.
What I like about your story is that you were 15 years old the first time you went to Hessdalen, and it took you 15 years before you saw the light.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there several occasions. I started going when I was quite young, but yeah, going to many wrong locations. I think not wrong location, but no, I was not quite sure where is actually the sites where people see it the most. And but I saw it now. I've seen it several times. So the
Oh,
last
okay.
years I have been close to it, and I have been seeing it clearly. So it's quite
Yeah.
amazing
Wow.
to be outside there. So, but now my focus is to stay out there with my tent, ice fishing, to be outside. Yeah, and that's the times I have seen it. It's the time I've been here. I've been outside for a longer period of time. So.
Before I let Robin ask his question, I'm going to ask you: do you think you are able to come in September for the week?
Yeah, I'm coming.
Huh?
Yeah,
You're coming.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Nice.
This will be my first time attending the field trip. So yeah,
Nice.
I'm
Nice.
I'm
Nice.
looking forward to it.
Yes. Yes. Thank you. And Robin, you have a question or something? Or
Yeah, I actually think Matthias' plan and his adventure is actually a very big opportunity to that he can have some equipment with him or something
Yeah.
yeah.
for all that time.
Yeah. 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 We have been thinking about we should have a GPS tracker so we can see where he is on the map.
Yeah, if it's in the sky or something.
Yeah.
Go for a ride.
Yeah. You can have a drone so you can have some see where he is down there sometimes. Sorry. But we have actually bought this watch from Experience Studios. So we're hoping that you're going to bring that on your arm wrist. Do you know what I'm talking about? I think I've shown you. Yeah. I'll show it to you. Very Experience Studios, and it's in the store. And it's this one you see here. This on the armrest here. This one. This one. So that one we have already bought. So we're hoping that you can use that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me see. Oh no! It rearranged my screen. Who was next? Håkon Fyn, nice to see you. Are you planning to show up in Hessdalen again?
Oh, yes, I am.
You are.
Yes, so I plan to come in September. Yes.
Okay, that's very nice. And how do you know Matthias?
Actually, from the Norwegian University of Science and Technology. Maybe I should present myself.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm Håkon Fyn. I'm an anthropologist working at NTNU, and I'm very fascinated by this phenomenon, particularly the aspect of interaction between these things and people, and also the challenge that is in describing some of these experiences. That there is something that defies what is what we have an easier language for. What is so I'm very interested in the situations where you actually discuss it and talk about it. How can you do it in a good way?
I think it was last week or so. I had, let me see on my calendar, where are we now? Today, and then 2 weeks ago, I had a meeting in the local UFO club. And every time I'm there, I'm thinking about you because you should have listened in.
Yeah.
And this last meeting before summer, I asked them. This is actually the oldest UFO club in Norway, and we are 20 to 30 people that will show up. And last time we were 21 people, and I asked them, please raise your hand if you've seen a UFO. Everybody had their hand up. Everybody had some experience. So we started to go around and people were telling their stories.
Yeah.
And for some of them, it's actually, they've been there for so many years, since 1967, and some of them have gone there for decades, and still they have not had the guts to tell their story. But this time I got many stories. Yeah. So it's kind of fascinating to listen to. So I'm really hoping that we can have some bonfire experience and sit there and talk and discuss it. Yeah. And we almost managed to get a project with Portugal. So I'm still hoping that we can get a project up and running again and get you on that team. That would be really fun.
Yes, I'm also hoping to. I'm looking for ways to find money for doing research on this.
I see that it's more and more discussed in the media, but I don't know how much it gets out into the main media still, though. Okay. We can ask Rafael too to say a few words if you want to. You are no. Oh, there's the face. Hi. Where you from, and are you planning to come to Hesdal in September?
I'm from Rome, so from Italy, and I'm like organizing with the work I have because I am a photographer, and I need to check my work agenda. But I'm definitely want to go to the field trip. I'm looking forward for it, and I'm just finalizing my last organization, and then come. Actually, we talked via email, if you remember.
Yeah.
And I'm presenting myself too.
Yes, please.
I'm Raffaele. I'm from Italy, and actually, I'm very interested in Esdalen Lights. I'm very fond of mystery and what it's not scientifically explained yet. So and how people are affected by that. So I'm really interested, socially speaking, in the population of Esdalen too, related to the Esdalen Lights. And I'm glad to hear from Hakon. I don't know if I tell your name well. And Matthias too, because from an anthropology point of view, it's very interesting, and it could give a different point of view that is not properly and technically scientific, but more from an anthropology point of view, could be very interested to talk to these people and tell their stories.
Actually,
I'm doing it. I'm planning to do it with the medium of photography. So hope to do that.
Yeah, you should. You have Megan's mail now. You should send your pictures to her, because I love the pictures you sent me. So if you are writing and he is taking pictures, you should see his pictures. Seriously.
Okay.
Yes.
Because I did send you a portfolio.
You sent me, but you should send to Megan because maybe she loves it too.
I'll find you on Instagram or something. I'm sure.
I'll write my Instagram on the chat if anyone wants to
Amazing.
To keep in touch.
Yeah, very interesting. As you said, this scientific or like you meet people, and in a way, I was drawn to Project Hästholm because we have, and I can say we now, but they have this approach of looking for it scientifically, having instruments, having cameras, and so on. But at the same time, there are so many stories that Erling has collected. And when you talk to a number of these people, it's like they're farmers. They're just living there. And like some of them have seen hundreds of lights. And some of them are also like, actually, I'll go back to this page here, not here, but here. You see, I was up here and talking to Arnfinn and Jon Arvid just this February. And it's like, yeah, okay, you can say it's not scientific, but how can you say that they are just lying? I can't believe that. So for me, it's like I'm convinced there's no conspiracy theories in the mind of these people up there.
I mean, we can't.
Yeah. They have experienced something real.
Yeah, they witnessed something, and it's not up to me to decide what they witnessed, but it's just I'm taking picture of them. I'd like to take portraits of them because I'm a portrait photographer first, from literally without judging any story, because basically it's not my line of ethic, and I just want to tell their stories.
And the nice thing about Hästholm and the people there is that they have gone through this from the 80s. So first excitement, then ridicule, and then it's like, whatever. We're still sticking to the same story 40 years later.
Yeah.
So they are still telling the same story they did in the very early beginning. Yeah. So, okay, I hope everybody knows that because I was presented by Erling, basically the new CEO of Project Hästholm. And one of the things I put out now on the page is an initiative that I call the Open ADS. And basically what I'm trying to do with that is to say that we have so many initiatives. We have an initiative about camera, Sky 360, Skycam, Bob, you name it. There's so many of these wanting to take pictures in the sky. We also have people that are we've talked to, like the Tedesco brothers, and in Australia and Ireland and so on. And there has been an initiative for this before. There's something called UFO Data, and Erling is a member of that. I haven't seen activity lately, and I think mostly this was more for the more professional, scientific-minded. But I see there's a lot of volunteer work, and my Open ADS is my attempt to see if we can use the systems that we find and make it available for everybody. Like now, when we are aiming to get a little box that you can put out, and the camera will send pictures and sensor data. Okay, so the first thing is we experiment in Hästholm, but if this box is working, once again, we're not looking for the money for it. We're not gonna, like, you can buy equipment now, and they're like $300, $500. I want to make this so that you can have a list of things to buy and how to put it together, or we put it together for you, and then you can deploy it in your backyard. That's kind of the goal. And then just continue on this. So 1 year, not this year, not next year, maybe we could even have a drone that will trigger when these sensors in a network detects something is going on. We could even have like a drone that opens up and flies in that direction. That's some years from now, but if we get the students to work on this technology is possible. So I think that I will go back to the field trip, basically, because the goal is basically here. And I would like to say that now on the page I have put out some people you will meet, and I don't mind if others of you would like to have your name in a little presentation, because it's nice for others. Who are we going to meet? It's kind of like, I don't know if you want to do that, if you want to put your name out and a little description, but I wouldn't mind to put more names up here so we see who's going to be there and who we're going to meet.
Are you going to share your screen?
Oh, I'm not sharing my screen.
No.
Okay. Share my screen. That helps a lot. Just go for the entire screen this time. So, okay. So, okay, now I'm sharing my screen. So here, as you see, I have the names here. If anybody else would like their name, like Megan, please, if you would like to. It's also like tell the world who are you and why are you interested in this. I could put your name and say you'll also meet Megan. And you, Rafael, if you like your name there, if that's okay with you, I will put your name and say, why would you like to be, why are you coming to this field trip? So I think other people that are looking at this say, oh, okay, I want to meet this guy. I want to meet that girl.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, happy to.
Okay, that'll be fun. So, yeah, as you see now, we are still in this, like, so one day we hope to, like on this bio build, we have found a number of equipment. You can go to the MUPAS and the UFODAP and whatever. There's so many of these. But we are now trying to make this equipment ourselves and put it out. Okay. Let me see. This is, yeah. Let me go back to this one. Any questions?
I do have a question, and it's mostly around, when I jumped in, you were talking a little bit about driving logistics, car hire, and all of that. That's fine. I'm just curious about sort of, I presume everyone will be sort of on their own to find accommodation, and I just wanted to check if everyone's kind of going to be staying around the same area and just kind of picking whatever cabins are available. I had a quick look today just to see what was there, but just to double check there wasn't any kind of specific hotel that everyone was going to stay at or anything. Should we just find what we can?
Basically, if you find it difficult, you contact me and I'll help you. Okay? Yeah. And if any one of you have a place already and you see that you have a room or you want to share, then also please tell me. Like, it would be nice to know. I think my car, I'm sharing my car and place with Rainer and Christian. So we're already 3 people in the car. We could take one more to drive around. So in a way, you don't have to care about the car. I just need to know that you're getting there. If you don't have a car and you're planning to go there, then you can take the bus or the train to Ålen. So as long as we know when, and then we come and pick you up. So that's it. Or we'll find some others. I don't know about Matthias and Håkon. There are 2 more that are planning to come. Are you coming for the whole week, half week? Do you have a car or what?
Veldig usikkert. I'm not sure yet, but yeah, I haven't thought about any of this. But
No.
I will start figuring out.
Yeah, you can bug Håkon. Maybe he has a car.
Yes, I might have a car. I don't know for sure yet. It's but I hope so.
Yeah,
it depends.
Yeah, and
what about the accommodation? Is it? I was thinking about staying in a tent. Is that something that people do, or or people mainly stay in cabins, or?
It's possible. I do have 10 sleeping bags, sleeping mattress, and inner bag. So anyone that wants to have just that is, you can just go and grab that from the storage. Let me see. We have Andrea Bucci that showed up, and then we have a question from Scott. Oh, he raises his. Andrea, could you say hi?
Hello.
Hi. No face. That's it. Hello, and then he
I
muted
just came back
himself
from
again.
vacation. So
Okay.
I'm momentarily like I just came home
Okay.
back from vacation, and I just connected as soon as I entered home.
And
So 2
and
minutes, and I will be
okay. And
ready for the cell.
another Italian from Rome. So we're trying to connect him and Raphael, but you haven't succeeded yet, Raphael, right?
No, alla fine I'm speaking in Italian. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I tried to write you an email, Andrea, from the last call you gave me, but I didn't get any response. I don't know if you had the chance to read it.
Nope, I saw that you sent the email, but I'm so sorry.
Okay, don't worry,
I
don't
don't
worry.
have the time to reply. Not really the time, but I forgot to read it.
Okay.
Don't worry at all.
May I still ask you, Andrea, are you planning to come in September? Because I don't know, actually. Are you planning to come?
Yep.
You are?
Yeah, if you remember when we were talking with you and Rainer,
Yes.
I would like to come the same day that you do.
Okay.
So eventually, if we could set up something, for the what was the 27th? I don't even remember
Yes, that's 27 or 28. Yes.
Yeah.
But then I will contact you after, and then I'll get the question from Scott.
Yes. Thank you, Fred. I was just curious. I know you have some great activities planned for the field trip week, and my question was, I mean, obviously one of the main things we want to do is observe, just go into the field and observe. And I didn't know if there were specific places that you recommend for that kind of observation, or what. And I know I was interested in observing the sulfur mine along the river, the old sulfur mine there. Is there access to that? Is there any problem getting clearance to visit that, or?
No, as far as I know, it's available, open. There's no guard or anything like that. Just like be careful walking in. It's kind of wet in there, so don't go too far in. But we can show you where it is, and
okay,
we are
kind of what. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, we are planning to make a map, and that's why you have already signed up for the maps and the tutorials and the guides. So that's on this cafeteria. You will get the map where like you can go there and see this, and this is a good spot, and this is a good spot.
Super. Oh, that's great. Yeah, I'm amazed at your forethought. You thought all this out ahead of time.
But also on, as I said, some of this when we meet like this, then the goal is to have like what I call the group activity or group planning. It's also like not only to walk up to this mountain and place this equipment, but also to plan like if you are on this mountaintop or if you are in this area and we have communication, and then we prepare the field trip in itself. And I definitely would like to talk more with you about that, because maybe there are special things we'd like to do. But this is basically me, Rainer, and Christian, and Erling, and maybe Andrea that will discuss how to do this.
That's great. Oh, that's great. No, we're so excited about meeting everybody and getting there, and just I think one of the things that, in my experience, one of the things that's challenging for people is to just sit still and watch. Everybody's like checking their phone, and to just go there and just observe is a challenge for a lot of people. So we're looking forward to that.
And one of the things that I noticed from last year is that people would be with their mobile phones and take pictures, but we didn't have kind of all sky view. So if we are able to put up cameras on some of the locations where we go, then we could, if there's anything we see, then we could do triangulation. I would love that. Yeah. Erik, you have a question? And you're mute.
I wonder, are you going to use the community house? Toilets and so?
No, it has been suggested, but we're not renting it this time. For the Pizza and Perspective, I may just be in Ålen because there's a room. I've already booked that room. And anyway, we have to go to the center to get food sometimes. So everybody has to do that. So I thought, okay, we do that and we can sit down and discuss and talk in Ålen.
The dry toilet out to the mountains then.
That's true. But there are some toilets in the near the parking lots where we want to have our camp. Terrible toilets, but still it's just working toilets. Yeah. And but it's also mostly that people should have a car and a cabin, so but it's a good point to find out. Andrea.
Yeah, I was wondering if anyone present to the meeting is bringing any cool equipment, like I'm thinking about infrared goggles or cameras or thermal. UV would be nice, but that's a bit more niche. Or any drone, like RC car or actual quadcopter or anything else.
Robin is bringing a drone. Scott is bringing some cameras.
We're going to have a drone as well. And we may be bringing a low light camera that's very sensitive. We had success with that. But there's, a lot of the equipment that's already there is very impressive. We had experience, one of the elements of my hypothesis is some of these lights may be bioluminescence, generated by some kind of living creature. And I did a field study in Marfa, Texas, where they also have mystery lights. And we used an infrared camera there and found that even though the lights were visible, they didn't give off a heat signature, which was kind of indicative that they may be bioluminescence, because that's kind of a cool light. An organism does not burn a lot of energy to make that light. It's very efficient light. So that's one reason to use infrared. I don't think we'll be bringing it this time, but there is a low light, a Sony real low light camera, which detects very, very low levels of light, and it makes it, it's amazing to look at. I had a question, Fred and Erling. Are there any? We just had last night for the first time here. I'm in Pennsylvania in the United States. The first time for this summer, we had lightning bugs, or fireflies, as they call them. Do you have any bioluminescent insects there in Hessdalen? That's what I had heard. That some folks in Europe and in England, they visit here and they go, "Oh, what's that?" Because they see the light and they. But I was just curious if there were any native bioluminescent organisms there. Okay.
I don't think so. Do you know of any, Erling?
No, I have not heard of, or I've never seen it myself.
If you look, I'll send you the documentary we did about the Cohoke light in Virginia. The lightning bugs there it's just a stunning display. There's just all the trees are all lit up with the blinking lights. It's unbelievable. But there are different kinds of those organisms too. There's they have different patterns of flashing, but anyway, that's just interesting. I was curious about that.
I've seen it in the States and in Sri Lanka, actually.
Okay.
So, very, very interesting for me. Yeah.
Fred,
Yep.
I get my UAP detector tomorrow, and I will try to do some research with it, and I can come back to you how it works.
Yes, and that's for us now. It's basically a question of money, because we want to prioritize more cameras and more sensors and equipment that can send basically 24/7 and be out all year. So we want to have a number of those if possible, if we're able to get it up. At least what we will get is experience while we are there, what's the problem, and so on. So maybe all we get is some experience, and we have to make the equipment after we have gained some experience. And then we can send it to the people in the valley and make them put it out. Who knows? I don't know. But for now, I think that now that we have this long valley and we're basically just looking at two areas, we have a camera here and a camera there. Oh, it's a long valley, and as you, Robin, said, where people are, you don't see any drones. So I'm a little bit concerned that they know kind of where the cameras are, and so I want to have as much full view of the valley as possible.
For a little thing to that, all my 7.5 gigabyte of footage is under the tower of Mount Gassetoppen, where it's observatory for people.
Mm-hmm.
All my videos are from UAPs under where is camera, meteor camera, and people.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah. So I think when we put out our new equipment, we don't tell anyone.
Don't tell them.
Don't tell
them, right?
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we still have planning to do. I'm gonna make my my sign up form so you can sign up for the different events and so on. And by all means, you just call me or send me an email about any details. And normally I can have a meeting about anything you have in question. Normally at like 7 or 8 on CET is the time, Norwegian time. So, and if you need to have to talk to me in the middle of the day, then around lunchtime is the better time. So, any other questions? So I'm looking forward.
I have to go early today. I have
Yeah.
to go early, so I have to say thank you for today and nice to meet you. And we talk later.
Yes, thank you.
Nice to meet you, Robin.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Yeah. No, it's like a little bit nerve-wracking now because I have only Scott and the crew and us that have signed up to this cafeteria. At least I have some names there. But I would like Matthias and Håkon also, if they're coming, to kind of go to this page and sign up. So I kind of have a number, like you're going to be there. Andrea, the same. If you're coming for that Saturday, it's nice to see that you're planning to be there. And if Andrea is late to this, I'm talking about this sign-up form right here. You just add your name and email, and it will be displayed like this. So I'm
Maybe
still
share your screen.
Again, it's good that you are following my. Let me see, entire screen share, and I was just showing this again, that meeting at this coffee shop, and just saying that now we have a number of people. So it's at least easy for me. Those who come, I have a little bit of feeling who's joining. Yeah. And now stop sharing again. That's not the big thing, but that's it. Yeah. That's it. So 1 month until next time, and we have another short meeting and tell you what has been happening then.
Great. Well, thank you, Fred. Great job. And I'm looking forward to speaking with you in the coming weeks as we plan.
Yes.
It's a pleasure and an honor to meet you all. I look forward to meeting you if you're going to be there. And it's very exciting. It's nice to meet like-minded people. And, this is a whole new frontier. So I think somebody once said you measure a circle beginning anywhere. So I think when we're looking at this, we take our steps and then we find out if they work and they do, they don't, and then we adjust accordingly. But you're all kind of pioneers here. I admire you all. So
thank you. Okay. So I'll say bye-bye and then I'll stop my recording.
Thank you all.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.